Hey everybody, Eric here with Just Eric Personal. So I want to address something. Somebody commented on one of my older videos for 2012. Forget when in 2012 it was exactly. Let me check that. The video actually has 38 views right now. It, Sorry, I accidentally turned it on. 38 views and one like. It was the socio-cultural biological evolution debate, thoughts and facts on genotypic plasticity. So anyway, but it was from August 2nd, 2012. And I've had people tell me that there's no such thing as genotypic plasticity, but I don't know. When I was studying nutrition, they talked about it, so I don't know. Anywho, it's not about that. What this person, if I understood right, was saying is that what happens is that, if an atheist replies to a video from a Christian, again, if I misunderstand this person's comment, I do apologize, but it seemed to me that they were saying that, it would be selfish not to share your advice, your opinions, your beliefs, things of that nature, which I agree with. The Bible says that that us Christians should have a response, an apology, a reason for what we believe when asked. Okay, that when asked about why we have the hope we do, that we need to give a response or an apology, apologetics. Thank you, Mere Christian Logic, for explaining that to me. Because I've always thought of an apology as I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. I always knew apologetics, what that was, really. Well, not always, but you know what I'm saying. Hopefully. But anywho. But the apology thing I thought of as I'm sorry. Anyway, the point being, yes, you should have a reason for why you believe, and you should tell people why you believe. I agree. I actually agree with this person. I agree with them, and I think they might be an atheist. I'm not sure, and if I'm wrong, I apologize for that. But it's not too often I agree with an atheist. But I do agree. I agree completely you should have a reason. However, what I do not agree with is that you need to have a reason necessarily after a certain point. If somebody comes on a video and wants to just put reason after reason after reason after reason after reason after reason why you I mean just like either reason after reason, why you shouldn't believe, and they won't open their mind and think, okay, well, maybe you're right. Or they just don't give any burden of proof at all. They don't give any proof at all for why they don't believe. So either you don't have an open mind, and after a while I'm going to be like, well, I have nothing else to say, because I've said what I can, and you won't listen to it, so therefore I'm not going to waste any more time. Unfortunately, that's how I approach that, because I don't know how else to. Because after a while it becomes a waste of time, because you're not going to listen. You say, okay, well, here's a slew of reasons not to believe, because Christians are stupid, or whatever the reason is, or reasons are that you give for not believing. One of which I've heard a lot is, oh, well, Christians are stupid. Why, oh, you believe in an imaginary friend, and I tune you out after that. But anyway, so if you're going to ask for an apology, ask for a reason why I believe, then have an open mind while coming on my videos. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to respond too much to you after a while. Have a reason for why you don't believe. Give me the burden of proof. I don't have to give you anything. I have made a video telling you why I believe. So what more do you want from me on that video? Maybe I can give further explanation, but other than that, at some point, the burden of proof is on you as to why I'm living in a fairy tale delusioned world. The burden of proof is on you, not me. So keep an open mind if you're gonna talk to me about why why you don't think I'm right. I'm not gonna stop believing, but hey, give me a reason. Give me a reason. I'll at least think about what you say. It's not gonna change my belief system, but I'll think about it and I'll come back with something at least as intelligent as possible. I'll try to relate it to it is intelligent to believe in God, believe it or not, whether you believe that or not. But anyway, I'll come back with something that'll be worth your time. At least I'll try, and I'll think, and I don't have a problem with that. But if you're going to come on and expect me to give more burden of proof than what I've already given in a video, and get mad because I'm asking you for burden of proof, that doesn't make sense, because you're the one coming to badger me. You're the one coming to talk to me and say that I'm wrong. I didn't tell you to come to this video. I didn't tell you to come to any other video. I made the video. You don't have to watch it. So, but in those videos I make about my Christian faith, I give reasons for why I believe. So, I've given burden of proof. It's your duty whether or not to choose to accept it. Okay, you get to choose whether or not you accept it. That's up to you. I can't change that. But if you're going to keep a closed mind, a closed heart, if you're going to ask me for more burden of proof on top of more burden of proof and not explain anything, or if you're going to give reason after reason not to believe, and I give you reason after reason in response to those reasons to believe, and you don't listen, there's nothing else to be said. I've given you all the burden of proof that you need. I've given you all the proof that you possibly need, and you've chosen to deny it. You have chosen to deny it. You can choose to believe or not. I chose to believe in Jesus Christ. And I choose to believe every single day. I choose to live for Him every single day. He doesn't make us do anything. So, if you want to tell me to have burden of proof, well, it's already there. And you had better have an apology for why you believe or don't believe, however you want to view it, what you do or don't. Atheism is a belief system, okay? It's a belief that there is no gods in the face of evidence. Okay, there is evidence. Whether you choose to accept that or not, there is evidence. You choose not to believe, okay, which is a belief. And atheists now have churches, which is saying that you need fellowship. You need fellowship with other atheists. So you're admitting that Christians are correct. Think about that. I'll address this in another video. So, the atheistic thing doesn't make sense. Have burden of proof for what you think. I don't have to have anything for what I think beyond what I've given, or if I feel I need to give more. After a certain point, I really don't. That might sound rude or disrespectful. I'm sorry if it does. I do all I can. So, while I agree with this person, you should share your knowledge, that's exactly what I'm doing. And if I say that I don't want atheists to come on my videos and gripe and complain and call me this or that or whatever, that's just saying I'm fed up with atheists acting like spoiled little babies on YouTube. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of trying to, be, I don't know. I'm not gonna be the nicest about this. I'm not trying to be mean. The truth comes off as hurtful sometimes. I'm just being truthful. Sometimes atheists on here are babies. Okay? They don't get their way, so they tell you you're following a spaghetti monster or an imaginary friend, or you're schizophrenic, or they result always to bully tactics, name calling, and things like that. Oh, where's your burden of proof, they say. It's already there. Look at it. It's already there. You don't even have to ask for it. If you have additional questions, ask. But when you come onto a video and say, okay, I need burden of proof, I question whether or not you actually watched the video, and if you're just shutting out facts, if you're shutting out testimonies, if you're shutting things out. I've looked into the Big Bang. I've looked into these things. Some atheists want to tell me I don't understand it. I understand it fine. Okay? I understand it fine enough to reject it and say no, there is a God. Okay? Okay, God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit do exist. I've looked into science enough to know that. My whole life has been about science and medical field. Okay? I have like 12, 13 different disabilities. I know about medical stuff. I know about health. I know about those things. I know about nutrients, at least somewhat. Okay, I've taken nutrition courses. I know about science. I'm not I'm an amateur, but I'm not, as far as, people who claim to know science, I'm not trying to be stuck up here. I could best some people at least some forms of science, medical science and stuff. I know enough to know that this doesn't happen on accident. So, if you want to deny it, that's your choice. I can't tell you not to. What I can tell you is you're not looking at the burden of proof. You are not looking at what is provided. Stop asking for burden of proof if you're not going to accept it, if you're not going to look at it for what it is, if you're not going to keep an open mind. There is absolutely no reason to come onto a Christian's video and say, I need burden of proof, when they have spent the whole entire video, however long it is, plus other videos, giving you exactly what you're looking for. It just doesn't make sense. And you guys want to say we're not logical. It doesn't make sense. I'm being honest, not mean. It's not logical to assume that we don't know what we're talking about because you haven't watched the video well enough. You haven't watched other videos. You haven't done your job. We have provided what we need to provide. If you have additional questions, great. But beyond that, there's no excuse. And there's no excuse, period. So, you are without excuse. So, I'm just letting you know. Alright, God bless. Take care, and thanks for watching.